have been super busy the past few weeks and I've needed to finally start sewing again, which means today we are making a quick quilt from my newest quilt pattern called Garden Games, which only uses a print layer cake. Now I am using the Season of Tribute, Listen to Your Heart by Sharon Holland for Art Gallery Fabrics in the layer cake bundle. If you would like to purchase this fabric, I will have a link down below in the description to purchase from a quilt store that I trust and personally shop at as well. And doing so, a small portion will help out my channel. Now, Garden Games is available in 5 quilt sizes: baby, throw, twin, queen, and king. And that free PDF download will be available in the description down below. Now, depending on the size you are making and using the chart within that pattern, you'll be counting out some of the squares for the layer cakes, which are 10-inch squares, and you'll be cutting them up. Now, I am making the throw size, which is exactly half of a 42 count layer cake bundle. Now, I'm just going through and mixing up the prints and try to get at least one of each print so I can cut. But once you've picked out the amount that you need, go ahead and restack a few of those squares together and start making cuts that are 3 1/4 by 10-inch strips, which will yield you 3 of them. Then if you do have a fancy rotating mat, go ahead and rotate and turn around the mat. And once again, cut another 3/4 inch strips again, which then will give you a total of 9 3/4 inch squares. Now there will be very little waste here in this section. Now because this is a funky cut, I will go ahead and cut the rest off camera. That way I can double and triple check before making cuts. But once all of your cuts are made, you're going to create a 9-patch like so using 2 different prints. Then you're going to sew all of your squares together to first form rows, then lastly sew those rows together to complete the quilt block. Now I am going to repeat these steps to make as many 9-patch blocks as I need for the quilt size that I am making. And here they are, all finished. Now with the remaining layer cake 10-inch squares, we are going to trim them down to the exact same size as your 9-patch. Now here is a little tip. If you are new to sewing and your 1/4-inch piecing is a little off, don't worry. Just measure your 9-inch block and cut the remaining layer cakes to the same size. But if you are all good in that department, your block should be measuring a 8 3/4-inch square, which we will then cut the remaining layer cakes to, once again, 8 3/4-inch squares. Now, once you do so, you now have everything to start making your quilt top, which you're going to start with a print square, followed by a 9-patch, and you're going to keep alternating between the 2 blocks. Then for your even rows, go ahead and start with the 9-patch, followed by the print square. And then, as always, sew your blocks together to form rows, and then lastly, sew those rows together to complete the quilt top. And here is my quilt top all finished. I will be using this gorgeous floral print for the backing. And as for the thread choice, I did want to go with a gold color thread, and I ended up selecting the glide thread in the color sand. Now, sand is actually one of my popular and favorite colors that I use within the glide collection. And I have a bunch of this color in stock all the time because it is one of my top favorites. And here is the quilt all quilted and finished. I ended up selecting an edge-to-edge quilt pattern from Urban Elements called Fabulous Feathers, and I will have a link for that down below in the description as well. And I love this design so much because it does look like a custom edge-to-edge free motion job, but it isn't because it flows very nicely, and I really do enjoy this, and I can see myself using this quite a lot. Now, I do hope you have enjoyed my latest quilt pattern called Garden Games, and once again, that free PDF download will be available in the link down below in the description. And if you could please take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can be notified for your next amazing quilt project.